Sir, we are back.
And we have a lovely guest in the building today, Mr.
Yes,
Charlie
sir.
Sky.
Yo.
What's
Doing
good?
good.
Good. Thank you for coming to the spin.
Nice.
Real talk.
Well,
Appreciate
look.
you for pulling up. You know, folks don't pull up nowadays.
Exactly.
You already know.
Exactly.
Always.
Really half of the spin because we got our two girls that's out, but that's
Facts.
okay. Like you said, they're a little under the LA weather because they had a fun time in the city.
Thanks, though.
Hey, that's that Christmas ball from Charlie Sky. Y'all gotta get on that real quick. But how you feeling?
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good. Glad to be here.
That's good. First of all, tell us a little bit about Charlie Sky.
Yeah, where is Charlie Sky hailing from?
Charlie Sky hailing from Duval County.
Okay. Duval.
But I hold down Tallahassee.
Okay.
Facts. That's what's up. How long you been here?
I've been here since around like 09.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just been like, you know what I'm saying, just shifting through trying to find, you know what I'm saying, the right avenue.
Okay.
Got you. I mean, but it seemed like you've, been on a good path so far.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so what would you categorize yourself as an artist, a videographer, or you just, like you say, finding your avenue?
I'm Charlie Sky.
You Charlie Sky,
I'm Charlie
okay.
Sky.
Couldn't put it any way better.
I do everything.
Okay, and when you say everything, you mean what?
That's the adjective for it. Anything is possible. Charlie Sky.
Okay.
I mean, when you Charlie Sky, you could do anything.
You can do anything.
So out of all the multiple crafts that you have, which would probably be like your favorite one? Like if you had to choose one, like somebody said one, only one.
And that's gonna pop right now. You popping right now off that one.
I mean, I love making music. You feel me? The music is kind of like the foundation of it all.
Okay.
So I would say like that's kind of like where my first love fell.
Okay.
All right. So you say music, is it more so like being an artist or being a producer, making
like,
beats to say?
I mean, like really just being an artist and being able to, like kind of express myself and inspire people and see who's into like what I have to say.
Right. Okay. And it's very interesting. You have a very unique, personality about your music. So, what do you think is your genre of music? I guess.
Honestly, like I think it's like just alternative. I don't know how to really categorize it because it's so
broad.
It's so broad. I feel like it's vibey. Like I like it, especially the song you have 1111. It's wavy. Like it's not like that over the top music or like too like up there as tempo. It's just like something you can really just vibe to. And then I really like the sample. It remind me of Wale's More About Nothing. Smiles and
That's just like a little, you know what I'm saying? I like to bring like different influences that I feel like I said, like I don't really categorize like my music like that. It's like kind of emotion based.
Okay.
So like one day I might want to drop some lyrics over like a nice sample like 1111 or
how to switch it up.
Yeah, another day I'm making like your favorite Christmas song or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
So what motivates you the most when it comes to your music making?
Honestly, I would say like it's really what really motivates me the most is actually just like the people around me, like you know what I'm saying? Like one thing that like I like about like Tallahassee is that it's kind of like it's like a very intelligent city. So like it's like you always got to be on point around people. Like because it's like everybody's always sharpening their mind every day. Like they're going to class, they're like doing homework, and their minds are steady being sharpened. And it's kind of like you gotta keep up.
Right.
Up.
So do you feel like that's a more dramatic feeling or pressure being that this is a college town and it's more people here in your age group?
I mean, not really. It's just honestly like all I really did is take like the map of school because like I dropped out of school. Like I went to FAMU, but I kind of just took the map of like how school works and then I created my own college for another group of people.
Okay.
So, you know, like, people go to school because it's like they're afraid of, like, not being successful.
Right.
Facts.
So, like, school is kind of
like that safe haven, like that type.
It's
of
almost
thing.
like a security.
It's
yeah,
a safe haven, but business wise, it's like an exploitation on your feelings.
Right.
Like, because a lot of people don't know what they can do outside of like.
And bro, you know, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's just like I really respect that you're saying that, because it was just like, you know, I was thinking the other day, like, I really do believe like there is some sort of like mental psychosis that comes with like when you get bad grades on tests, like when you have somebody else like making you feel less than just because you can't rebuttal information, because nobody really learns, it's all memorized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's very like I couldn't agree with you.
So it's kind of like I just kind of study school like a little bit more in depth, like not necessarily in class, but I was studying like why people was in class.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like I built my own college for musicians and entertainers, like coming to me.
Okay.
In this, like, in Tallahassee, you feel me?
All right, like a little version of the School of Hard Knocks. So if you had to name it anything, what would it be? What would it be? School of what? Charlie Films, I guess. Charlie Scott Films. Schylosophy. Okay.
Yes.
And I love, you know, every time, you know, I speak to you, I have to say Charlie Scott. I'm one of those people who are really big on names, so I feel like your name plays a huge part of your development as a person. So like LeBron James and Beyonce Knowles, I just love like names like that. Like what do you think? Jed Jackson. For real though. For real, like what do you think? Like I feel like that definitely plays a part into it. But
I think it plays a role in like what type of like artist or entertainer you become as well. Like,
right.
You know, you are like what you let people call you. You become what you let people call you.
Exactly.
It'll shift your music, like the way you think, stuff like that. So.
I feel you, like the famous Jed Jackson. So you said that, you know, sometimes you know how to tap into your more emotional side of music and your more lyristic side of music. Do you feel like, you know, personality-wise, are you more of like a lover boy? Are you, you know, one of those wear my heart on my sleeve type of guys? What is it?
I can't, like, I'm the type of person where I'm just, like, I just understand people. You know, so I'm more like, I'm an intimate person towards people.
Okay.
Like in general.
Okay.
Just from understanding people, you know, like kind of like I said, like if I had a school, it'd be like Schylosophy, because like people, like I deal with a lot of different people that have their own issues, but I give them my own solutions to each person, and I don't necessarily like know what's the next issue that somebody's going to bring, but I always have a solution, and like that kind of what keeps me going and like achieving more success. It's kind of like understanding like each person.
Right.
So like I know like if you need like emotion, or like if this person needs like motivation, like if this person is out of touch with themselves, like I could kind of sense it.
Do you feel like that helps you develop as an artist also, to have that gift?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like one thing I can tell you is, it's kind of like when you're like the centerfold of like an operation, like everybody has their own game plan, but they kind of run it through me.
Okay.
So I can tell one person 100 artists like ideas and mindsets in like a sum of like a few words in a direction to go, because I have like access to 100 other artists that have came through here, so I can give like the mindset of 100 people to one person, and then that's how like golden it is, that's how potent it is at the moment. And then like everybody else, they just go home and they sit to themselves, but I'm day to day dealing with each, like a new person. I'm trying to fix every person's, like, not necessarily an issue, but it's like every person driving for something.
Right, everybody has a story.
And until they get it, it's a problem,
you
know?
Right, okay.
Now, you mentioned earlier, you said, you know, that you dropped out of school, you know, you went to film. Now, I guess, looking back from now to exactly where you're at in life now, is it something that you not necessarily regret, but that you take back, or Or if you could go back and do it different, you would have done it different?
The only thing I'll say is, like, actually, like, kind of trying to, like, go back into it, because I had took, like, a little break, but then I tried to go back into it because of, it's just how people perceive me.
Right.
Like, they see, like, a certain level of intellect, and they think, like, you're supposed to be here, you know? And it's kind of like my mindset is, like, a little bit bigger than, like, that exactly. And also, like, I don't really advise people to drop out of school.
Right,
like,
disclaimer.
Like, like, you feel me? It's the critical thinking of, like, surviving without school it's probably, like, the hardest test of life ever. Like, more than school.
I can believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can believe that.
Some people will never be able to
exactly. Agree with that.
Some people will never be able to exactly witness it, like, through their whole life, because they'll follow, like, the correct suit. Like, as far as
of life, the correct way of life. You know,
what the correct way that you're supposed to do
graduate,
it.
You know, get a job, and things like that. Okay, I feel you. So, what I have to ask, as an artist, what was the first thing that made you fall in love with music or artistry?
Really, just like how it affected people. Because, like, I'm always the type of person that always, like, had something to say. Like, my mom always be like, you always got something smart to say. You know what I'm saying? And, like, one day that turned into, like, I always have something to say. Like, like, I could control, like, what I need to say. Like, like, my mom say, like, you're always trying to be a smarty, but really, in real life, it's, like, clever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your parents just don't like that you're getting that clever.
True, though. That is definitely true.
So it's kind of, and all this is, like, the music kind of, like, I can convey messages. And
to give you a platform.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
So I guess my next question would be, what was that you could say probably, like, the most difficult thing, like, as in really just tapping in and figuring out exactly what it was that you wanted to do?
Honestly, like I said, like, really, like, dropping out of school.
Gotcha.
Because, like, at those moments, it's kind of like, to, like, everybody before you or your predecessors, it's like you reversing the moment of what they felt like they was working for. You know? But now I feel like this is an era of more, like, free thinking, and you can do what you want to do. You just have to study it, like school, like, follow, like, what school does. Like, if you
gotta study your craft.
Like, if you in school for this many hours and you're, like, reading and understanding things, then, like, if you're, like, not in school, you should be doing the same thing for whatever you want to be. You know? Because when I talk to, like a doctor who does, like, heart surgery, or a lawyer, like, they can talk all day about their profession, but what I study, like, they're quiet when I speak, and I don't have a degree and they do. So So as long as I have, like knowledge is knowledge. Like, people can see the power of knowledge, like, no matter what.
And that can come from anybody, true.
Yeah. Like, a homeless guy on the side of the street can tell me, like, how not to be homeless like him, and I'm going to listen.
Exactly.
Like, trust me, like, that'll be probably a powerful message.
Right. And, I see memes like that all the time, and they say, someone who doesn't have money can't tell me how to live a rich life. Someone who's depressed can't tell me how to be happy. But I do feel like, you like you said, you can get knowledge from anybody, and anybody can teach you a lot of different things. So I definitely agree with that. What new projects do you have coming out right now?
I'm really, at the moment, like, I'm just kind of, like, focusing on, like, singles.
Okay.
Like, I got enough music for, like, a ton of projects. Like,
okay.
But
I got projects.
But I don't feel like that's where music is right now. Like, I mean, it's there for projects, but it's kind of like you gotta kind of massage into the people's ears, and it's kind of like, it's better to not overwhelm people than it is to be like everybody just listen to this.
Right, all at one time. Okay, so you're giving the people a chance to get to know you and get to fall in love with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always, like, kind of be hungry for, like, what's next. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I saw you in the celebrity basketball game. That's where I first met you, and I'm like, who is this guy? I feel like I know him. And we exchange words, and I go on your Instagram, and I'm like, okay, I see Charlie Scott. So, what do you feel like you use your platform for most or best?
I really feel like I mean, I use it as a place just to like express myself.
Okay. So it's always business. I know you have your crafts and
like usually so like I'll put personal things on there because I feel like it's like I said, like I work with a lot of different like artists and talents, so it's kind of like I always can see like it's like I'm into like studying like the pop culture, like how it moves, you know.
And I guess the better question is there a difference between Charlie Scott the artist and Charlie Scott the person?
Oh, no.
No, it's not. It's one thing. What you get is what you get. Don't throw a fit type of thing. Okay.
I'm all the way like.
Okay, because you know, a lot of times, a lot of people, like even with the R. Kelly thing, we're fighting this battle of trying to separate the artist and their music and everything they've done from the person. Yeah. So you're asking for that to be one.
Right. I mean, but a lot of times you gotta like listen to what these people saying too now, because they still won. Like
they are.
You just don't like to hear the realities, like you know what I'm saying, like Bump and Grind saying some stuff like.
Okay.
Like but you never know like how people subliminally speaking on their issues, like their own devils that they fighting.
Okay, so you saying Bump and Grind got some subliminals that we ain't caught in there. We need to go back and listen in slow mo.
My mind's telling me no. My mind telling me no. My body
telling me yes. Okay.
They don't even,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see
it's
that.
Like in plain sight.
Yeah. I mean, when you put it like that, it does.
Like you don't know where people motivation come from.
That's true.
But people can kind of relate to like common words and things.
Yeah.
You would think like, you feel me, until you find that out.
It's just a song. Like you just spit some lyrics out and it sounded good, and come and find out you're a sick man. Like
So speaking of like stuff that motivates people, what would you say are some things that inspire you when you're like creating? Or what do you see?
Like you just go sit in a room by yourself and just turn the lights off and you just go, or like what is it?
Honestly, like it's really like the beat to me.
Okay.
And like that's what really like get me going, and then like whatever section of life that like I experience, it just opens up. Like if it's a love song, like if it's a love type beat, like I like hear it, and then like kind of like the latest type of love things that have happened to me in my life will open up. Like
so you one of those artists that be putting the boo voicemails in the songs. That's the intro for the songs, and that's what it sounds like to me. You said the latest. So.
I'm just saying like in any kind of direction. So the beat kind of give me a pain field, and then the area of my mind that the last things that I went through, I felt like kind of was a struggle. Like it kind of opens up, and I just start expressing over that beat, and it's not like I'm really stuck in a little mode.
All right, well, thank you so much, Charlie Sky, for coming and chit-chatting and spinning with us.
Thanks, so appreciate you for pulling up.
Definitely.
What do you want to say to the people before we get off?
I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me, all the artists that I've been working with. Everybody keep driving, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, stay inspired. Everybody that's in school, keep your focus. You know what I'm saying? Keep continuing to motivate people like me that gotta keep going. And I just want everybody just to really just, you know what I'm saying, check out my music when it drop, because I'm telling you, I'm about to tear the streets up.
Hey.
Well, where can the people find you?
That's what I was going to say. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Honestly, like, you could just find me on Instagram at XOSkyworld. You can follow my film page at Charlie Sky Film. And you can follow my studio at Megavision Studio.
There you go, right there. Words from Mr. Charlie Sky. That you know where to follow him at. You can follow me TESSAKTYRELL and Mr. Fly Guy.
Yes, you can follow me at _DTHE Jet Jackson with 2 T's and Jackson like Michael Jackson because we're moonwalking.
Charlie Sky, go ahead and introduce that single for us before we get out of here.
I got my song Naked.
Is it on any outlet so we can catch it on SoundCloud, anything? Or we just IGing with it right now?
It ain't even out right now.
Oh, so we right here on the spin for the first time dropping an exclusive.
Yes, make sure y'all check it out.
There you go.
Exclusive.
Well, y'all vibe out until next week. The spin is out of here, and We're gone.
Peace.
Drop your location, what side, what side? I just gotta make it for morning time, girl. Please don't be selfish, what's yours is mine. The only thing left is the clothes behind. When you get